pause. We pause for a second or two. This is episode 142, Thinking Hard, Then Pausing. Sometimes in life we come across, we reach great challenge. Sometimes we find ourselves standing in front of great dark gray clouds, and we know that we must find a way. And at those times when we know that we must find a way, what we do, and this we do instinctively, is that we think hard. We think about everything and anything regarding the challenge in front of us. We study, we read books, we talk to people, and above all we think hard. And as we have done that for some time, depends on the challenge. Sometimes it takes a day, sometimes weeks, sometimes years. After we have thought hard, then quite suddenly we reach a point when we feel that, when we know that we have thought about everything we can, that we are finished. And at this point, we have not yet reached our answer. We do not yet know what to do. We simply know that we are done doing our part. Then, after our hard thinking, we do the second part, and that is that we pause for a second or two or more. So at this point, we have all the raw material, we have all the perspectives, we have all the pieces, but we have not yet an image. We have not yet put it together into something coherent. And this part, the putting it together into a coherent image, it is not exactly our job to do so. Instead, What we are supposed to do at this second stage is simply to pause for as long as is needed. We pause, and during our pausing, all the different pieces put themselves in order. The image assembles itself. The coherence comes to us. We do not seek it out. It comes to us. Our job was to assemble, or not to assemble, our job was to gather, I should say. Our job was to gather all the pieces. And then the assembling is done on its own accord. It assembles and organizes spontaneously. And this is the case every time that we pause. When we pause, different pieces, different images, different entities, different facts assembles itself spontaneously. So, in a sense, pausing is when we make ourselves available to this spontaneous organizing. We make ourselves available to help, spontaneous help. This is the reason why we try to pause regularly. For a person who pauses regularly, the different pieces we continuously gather has a chance to spontaneously organize itself. And that way, we do not build up any large amount of unorganized pieces. So that is why we pause frequently, or regularly at least. Today's episode is called Thinking Hard, Then Pausing. And you can hear in my voice that I have just been doing that. You can hear that I've been thinking hard. You have probably thought about during this episode that I am struggling more than usual to find the words. And this evidence that I am struggling to find the words in today's episode is telling. It is showing that after we have thought hard, all the pieces wants time and space during our pausing to organize itself. It doesn't need me. So when we pause, we get this great sense of that it is not always up to us. It's not always our effort that is needed. Sometimes we simply need to take a step back, pause for a second or two, and allow for something or someone to make their effort instead. Pausing in this way opens up for better cooperation. If we were to work or think incessantly without ever pausing, or thinking, kind of not really hard, but not thinking either, then we would never be open for anybody else. We would never be open to deeper intuition. We would never be open to all the generations past that we have in our bodies. We have generations and generations of knowledge in our bodies. And if we never pause, all the effort of those generations will be in vain, be for nothing. The spontaneous organizing of all the pieces that we gather is organized inside our bodies. And all the generations past have parts to play in that. Also, when we do this, think hard and then pause, we achieve a rhythm to life. We achieve a rhythm that is similar to many things in nature, similar to the rise and fall of the sun, similar to the waxing and waning of the moon, similar to ebb and flow. So then our work, our thinking, and our pausing becomes like day and night. We give form to chaos. Everything that has a rhythm Everything that comes and goes is chaos with form, chaos in a form. And pausing is how we understand emotionally this form that chaos needs in order to become something coherent. Chaos is the mother, so to speak, and pausing is the father. And the child is this rhythm that is shared with most things in nature. That's it for today. Thank you.